Angels Care Home Health, serving Hayes and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
They're polite. I mean, they just take the time for you.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
I like the Angels for what they've done for me.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.
Eagle Community Television presents Community Connection with your host, Mike Cooper.
Hello and welcome again to Community Connection from Eagle Community Television. Thanks for watching, and thanks as always to the producer of our series, Jeff Durall. We are at the Hayes Arts Council in the main gallery location, 112 East 11th in Hayes, with the director of the Hayes Arts Council, Brenda Meder.
Good morning, sir.
We wanted to have Brenda come tell us about the mural project that we visited in earlier Community Connection with the artist Dennis Shield. And the Arts Council is very heavily involved in Dennis's project as well.
We are. Technically, it is the Hayes Arts Council's project, so that contributions made toward the completion of this fabulous community image and community work of art, public work of art, are able to be tax deductible because they do come through the Hayes Arts Council. We are allied and connected with Dennis, but Dennis has done, all the research work and the artistry work. So it's basically as though, technically, we commissioned Dennis Shield to do that big mural. Except in all honesty, of course, Dennis is the one who just worked his rear off in doing the research and talking to people and working on the development. But so it's been this wonderful collaboration. So anyone who's chosen to want to help facilitate that gorgeous icon that it will now be, can do it with a contribution to the Hayes Arts Council, allowing them to get the benefit of a tax-deductible contribution. So it's like a win-win all the way around for the community, for Dennis as a professional working artist. That is his profession. That's what he does and does it very well. And for the Hayes Arts Council to know that they're part and parcel of something important to the heritage, history, and celebration of our community.
Talk about the John Cody exhibit with the family members, which just concluded here recently at the Arts Council.
Yes, we just had, it was basically a long weekend celebration, if you will, just a weekend exhibition. But John Cody, as most people know, passed away about the middle of July, and his children live in 3 different states, all over, spread out very broadly across the United States. And although they wanted to do some sort of, a memorial in some way, they really weren't sure what, and I think we're about ready to just, let it go. John, being the man he was and his concern for science, donated his body to science, actually. So there was no event immediately following his passing. And when I realized that the family was looking like not doing something, because of logistics primarily, it's like, hey, if that's your reason for not, we will step in and help you. We will make it a turnkey experience and celebration about the life of John Cody. And so that's what we did. And the family arranged the date and time, enabling all 3 of the children to be here, as well as his wife and some other very close family friends. And so we had a wonderful turnout just this past Sunday for about 2.5 hours. And then I left it up a little bit longer. But by the time this program airs, the Cody works will be down. So I don't want anybody thinking that they can come see them at that time. It was really a special one-time standalone, but featuring his books, which we arranged. Those are all arranged in our Founders Gallery. Books, featured magazine articles, video interviews that I had done with John years ago, a 300+ image photo slideshow that one of his daughters put together, as well as obviously this incredible body of work, none the least of which is his first finished artwork, which was done at the age of 5, labeled Moth. It's on display here, the original of that, as well as the final work of art completed by John Cody, which is in a private collection. So it was an honor to be able to do that one last hurrah for John and to celebrate his legacy, not only to the Arts Council and the arts in our community, but across the community with mental health, with with his incredible writings, the historical references. It was pretty awesome.
And if you can talk him into doing it without any reflections, we'd like to have Jeff take a shot of that over there for that
Jeff
special.
can do anything. I have no doubt he can do anything. He's going to make it work.
Sounds good to me. We'll hold him to that. How's that?
He can do it. He can do anything.
All right, so the Cody exhibit will be down. What's up then?
Well, I'll be actually putting back up through October 5th our wonderful Escapes exhibition, which was our fall art walk show, but we let it run for like whatever, 5.5 weeks or something like that, to really enable people to see it. But it's a collection of landscapes, skyscapes, cloudscapes, that all basically devoid of human beings or automobiles or buildings, so that the viewer ostensibly would want to escape into those images. Some very traditional, some more contemporary, and just, you know, more broader and expressive in their form, and a variety of things from a variety of imagery, skies, land, whatever, from different subject matters and a lot of different media. We had dye on silk, acrylic, watercolor, oil, collage. Really, really a great body of work, just from artists that I invited to have a broad representation of those very things, styles and media represented. And again, that will be up through October the 5th. So should you see this before then, you can still come in and catch Escapes.
And Jeff and I did see that in one of our previous interviews,
Yeah.
so don't miss it for sure.
It's
Come
a
in and
wonderful
see it.
body of work.
It's amazing.
And then we'll move into a one-man show by Wayne Conyers, who's a fabulous art instructor at McPherson College. And then we'll go into that first Friday in December with, as the anchor of the Fall Art Walk, we'll open our big 5-state photography exhibition.
And that's the reason for this.
Yes, hot off the press. This is the call for entries for the 33rd annual 5-state photography competition and exhibition. So starting now, in fact, these are going to get mailed out within the next couple of days. I will also have it online within the next 24 hours. The entry form and information for this photography competition, which is open to any photographer in Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Colorado. Doesn't matter what the age is, doesn't matter if they're amateur, professional ranking, any subject matter, any size, and any photographic process. So it's really a celebration of photography as a fine art medium. It's judged from actual work. So those 400 to 450 pieces that'll be submitted will all be in here on display, the actual matted and framed works in some very large sizes, some of which are, and then the juror will come visit on site, visit the gallery, and make this, query it down by a process of cuts until it reaches about 160 to 165, which is what we can display in here with the temporary panels and things that we put up, which is a lot of photographs. But we try to celebrate as many as we can while maintaining a really good standard and cutting it as far as we need to, so that it can really be a show of excellence, and that one of which the photographers who make it in have every reason to feel very, very proud that they made it into that competition. $1,500 in cash awards, courtesy of being able to have the sponsorship of Bank of Hayes, Eagle Communication, and the Hayes Daily News, as well as printing support from Northwestern Printers. Those things combined allow this to be a really special project and allow us to hire a quality professional judge.
And those of us who have seen previous 5-state photography exhibits, it is amazing and so diverse in the quality of works that are submitted.
It truly is, because photography just allows people, amateur or professional, to truly utilize their creativity and capitalize on the world around it, but looking at it with a very unique perspective. So some work will be very traditional and just beautiful, there for nothing except its sheer beauty. Other things will be very unique and innovative ways of looking at part of the world or a person or a moment in time, and may not even be what we consider pretty or attractive or positive. It may even have some implications that allow us to be a little more introspective and bring something not so pleasant, perhaps, to the forefront of our thought process. So it covers everything.
We got about 5 minutes to talk about the celebration coming up for the Hayes Arts Council.
Yeah, it's so exciting. As you visited with Dennis about it, and we chatted off camera, next year is the 150th anniversary, you know, the 150th anniversary of Hayes and Ellis County, but it's also the 50th anniversary for the Hayes Arts Council. We were chartered in in October of 1967. So, you know, 67, 68 really was our first big, you know, celebratory year. So by October the 10th, we are on the first day of our 50th anniversary year. So we wanted something exciting and fun to kick it off. And so we're returning to something we did a handful of years back, and that is to celebrate with Frank Worth, who is an amazingly talented Elvis tribute artist. He is not an Elvis impersonator. He is an Elvis tribute artist. His voice, his mannerisms, his presentational style, every subtle gesture and nuance are meant to pay homage to Elvis Presley and to allow us to transport ourselves for a little while into believing we are at an Elvis Presley concert. And because 67, 68 was such a big time and the comeback time for Elvis. In fact, the entire concert is going to be based on his 68 comeback special. And this Hayes Arts Council was coming out in 67, 68. We've invited Frank to do a concert on Saturday, October the 29th. It'll be at the Fox Pavilion, and it will be open to the public. And so the Arts Council will have our annual meeting and membership gathering in a reception preceding the concert that evening. So that'll be a members only thing. But the event itself will be open to the public. We're still putting the final note on details as far as when the doors open and what time the concert will begin. But it will be Saturday night, October 29th, a Elvis Presley 68 comeback special celebrating the Hayes Arts Council's first year of existence. Saturday, October 29th at the Fox. So come out and enjoy. I believe tickets are only going to be $15 a person. We've already worked with Chartwell's for the sale of alcohol. They have an alcohol license, so we'll have a cash bar available there. And it's going to be great fun. In fact, we're going to encourage people, if you want to dress, since it's so close to Halloween, not in Halloween attire, but in 1960s attire from any aspect of the 60s, which were incredibly broad as far as the attire and the hairdos are concerned. You know, if you just want to come and enjoy a little bit of Halloween fun without getting all gory and made up, come in 60s attire and celebrate the 60s, which is how we're looking at the evening, to celebrate the 60s night.
And as you said, Frank brings through the years a real production, a high level performance to the show.
It's sound, it's backup singers, it's additional musicians. This is no karaoke performance by some wannabe. His performances around the country are just, they're sold out attended. His experience in some of the various Elvis tribute artist competitions, again, not impersonator, have garnered him some really significant awards. He's the real deal. He keeps getting better, and he hasn't been seen locally for a little while. So this is your opportunity, because we can seat a lot of people over there at the Fox, and it's going to be a fun night. They're excited about it, and we're really excited to celebrate with Frank again, and tying it so intrinsically into such an important time in not only Elvis Presley's history, but in the Hayes Arts Council history. So he'll be dressed in the leathers, like I said, totally 68 comeback time.
Let's see, there was tie-dye, there was Nehru.
There was the mod, the London mod, there was the hippie flower child, there was the punk psychedelic, there was the early 60s, happy days, still keep coming from the 1950s. So the 60s cover a lot of dress styles. So if you want to come real casual, grab the tie-dye t-shirt, put on the headband and wear your frayed jeans, and you can be comfortable and very much in style for the night.
I see our director has a lot of choices in wardrobe for the evening.
Absolutely. I'm working on it. I haven't figured it out yet.
I guess it'll be a surprise.
Like pretty much everything else I do. Even I don't know what's happening till it's time for it. But yeah, lots of great stuff. More children's programs going on. We just finished a huge residency with a pair of wonderful performing artists that we were able to provide for 12 different elementary schools in 5 different towns in 3 different counties. And we did that in the course of a week, and it was called How Freedom Works. And so we celebrated the election process and gave information. It was really government civics oriented, presidential order of succession, how a bill becomes a law, the electoral college versus popular vote, and just so the kids can kind of understand that. And Jay and Leslie Cady as Laughing Matters do that better than anyone else. The kids loved it, and they learned so much. So it was really exciting. It's really exciting, and there's more great stuff for kids coming up. In November 10th, we've got Wichita Children's Theater with a production during the day for kindergartners and first graders for Wizard of Oz, public performance of that same show in the evening, and then a special production for just third graders in the morning. It just keeps going, and we're just lucky that we can just keep celebrating, impacting, and have the support from such a broad community base.
Well, and add in the theater productions, the music performances at Fort Hays State, the encore presentations.
Our community theater, what the high schools have going on. The arts in this community are truly profound. It makes us an incredibly unique community. It is so broad. The scope of the 3 dance studios that probably have 750 students between them. It is amazing how rich this community is and how supportive it is in recognizing the value of all these things. And that's what really counts. Our wonderful symphony orchestra. In fact, myself and the community theater are going to be involved in their production of Peter and the Wolf, which is going to be a huge celebration for families with pre-concert events for kids, and that's October 30th. So the 29th, 30th is kind of a busy weekend for me. But it's all good, and it's here for everyone in our community.
Celebrating the arts, and you can catch up with more at the Hayes Arts Council's official website.
hayesartscouncil.org. Follow us on Facebook if you haven't already, because it's easier for me to even throw things up quickly there and make last-minute announcements. So follow us on Facebook, like us there, but also you can check our website for a variety of information. And there's a contact form there if you don't see what you want. That makes it real easy to get in touch with us.
The Hayes Arts Council Director, Brenda Meder, our Community Connection.
Angels Care Home Health, serving Hayes and the surrounding areas, is a Medicare-certified home health agency providing quality skilled nursing and restorative therapy services to patients in their homes.
And the Angel Care nurse comes to see me once a week.
Angels Care is there to help 24 hours a day, and all services are covered 100% by Medicare for patients who are eligible.
Angel Care has helped to stay home.
Angels Care Home Health. We serve patients.